I remember being young, and all I wanted was to sing. Everything that I worked for, now I'm living my dream. But who are you, they ask? I am Chloeé J.
Alright, so we got Isaac here today. He's a long-time Rams fan. So let's talk about Tebow. Isaac, how you feeling about the Rams? Let's talk about your season overall. And
I think we're in a good position as a team. We're about to take the time away to get our revenge from 2001.
Okay.
They stole it out of our hands. For the most part, the Rams had a great season. We were doing really well until we got to the bye week, and we just kind of fell off just a little bit. But I think we'll be all right.
All right, so let's talk about you. 100%, y'all winning Super Bowl. No question about it.
Absolutely.
You put $300 on it right now. Super Bowl guaranteed title.
See, the way my bank account is set up, I don't quite have it 300.
If you had it.
Yeah, I'll see for $3.
I said $3.
But I can't count out Tom Brady's to go.
That's the thing. That's my point exactly.
But the people around him, I think we have a better team.
Okay.
And Bill Belichick is arguably the best coach in football, or some people say sports. But
I wouldn't go sports.
So
but I'm
not on that band right now.
I got you.
Phil Jackson is my opinion.
Okay. So on the opposite side of that, let's talk about the Patriots team.
Let's do it.
So they kind of, some people want to call it, they said they had a rough patch in the beginning of the season, kind of took over. So how are you feeling about that?
I've never been worried about the Patriots. Tom Brady is Tom Brady. And then Bill Belichick is Bill Belichick. The way they use their running backs, James White, Rex Burkhead, nobody even know them dudes' name.
Yeah.
And now they contributing to the team. Even Gronk wasn't playing his best. Didn't have a.
Well, let's talk about Gronk, because Gronk was actually at the beginning of the season debating on retiring because they were talking about the training, not retiring. So he's like, well, if you do that, I'm just going to retire. So do you think this season, without Gronk, Patriots would win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
The last game against the Chiefs.
You're right. But
which was, we're going to talk about this a little later, but arguably that game, that was, the Chiefs had the game to the end.
All right, let's talk about some. Wait, so is Gronk great or is he a product of the system?
I mean, Tom Brady's his quarterback.
Okay. So can the Rams stop Gronk? So let's talk about the last quarter when the Patriots came back. The Chiefs were in the lead for a minute. All of I won't say all, but a lot of their third down completions on that last drive going to Gronk, first down every time. Akeem Talib gonna shut Gronk right now. Just like he did in Denver. Our linebackers are. We'll be all right. I'm not worried about Gronk. But I'm not worried about that man.
Yeah, I mean, arguably that's how Rams win this game. If you stop Tom Brady, you win the Super Bowl. Your Rams are not in St. Louis anymore, but they bring the title back.
As I told you, I invested way too much in this team. Give up on them now.
You didn't bring your Rams again. I don't know how committed you
are. Put on a Mark Bulger jersey just to show you my commitment, just to prove to you.
All right, so let's talk. I was reading Sports Illustrated about 3 or 4 days ago. They have an article out that the Patriots are the underdog in the Super Bowl, and it's like a 47% chance of the Patriots winning. So obviously the other percent is going to the Rams. So how do you feel about that? Do you think the Patriots are the underdogs, and they're just hyping the Patriots up?
Not the Patriots are underdogs. We literally have. I'm not gonna say we got the best team in the league, but top 3. Like if you look at our team as a whole, we have a top tier quarterback in Jared Goff. All right, I'm not the biggest Jared Goff, but he's good. He's good. Top tier Ty Gurley is the top running back. I go back and forth with y'all on that if you want issues with that. We got Brandon Cooks at wide receiver. Cooper Kupp before he got hurt, he's injured, but he's still a great slot receiver. So we laced on offense. Our line is good with Jason Whitworth and the rest of them. As well as our special team, Greg the Leg. Arguably Legatron, arguably the best kicker in the league. Johnny Hecker, best punter in the league. And then our defense.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key to this game. Defense is going to win the game. Whichever team wins.
Let's talk about Aaron Donald.
Let's go.
And how he could have been. Well, if he finished the season how he started, he would have been league MVP, not just defensive MVP, but league MVP.
Okay.
So we good there. And Dominican Sue, he had a good game last game. I know this hasn't been his best year at all, but last game, if that's indicative of how he plays in the Super Bowl, we good.
I mean, you know your team, but I think the Rams are underdog only because, I mean, Tom Brady has been to the Super Bowl how many times? Back to back to back to back. Like, he's going in with that advantage. You see what happened when he played, when they were down, he came back.
Yeah,
like,
that
you know
was
what I'm saying?
a goal performance.
Exactly. So you have this man, like you said, so
Name
I
six of the Patriots.
honestly, I could. But, I mean, we're going to get this a little later. I really only watch football in the playoffs anyway, so I'm not really into, I know the big names, but,
Two.
I mean,
two big names.
I'm just saying. So, I mean, I don't see them being underdogs going into, it's Tom Brady. I'm going for the Rams, honestly, truly. Because, I mean, let's talk about it. I'm sick of the Patriots. I hate Patriots fans. I'm sick of Tom Brady. Not to say that, Tom Brady's not Tom Brady. Not to say he's not arguably the best, quarterback in the history of the NFL. Like, I'm not doubting his talents, but I'm tired. Like, I mean, even, the ticket sales went down after they saw it was the Rams versus Patriots Super Bowl. So, obviously, a lot of people feel, some type of
See, Tom Brady is the GOAT. That's it, though.
Yes,
that's all y'all got. You can't. And I say this. I can't say this because he got him through the season.
Yeah.
So I can't be like, just downplay everything else. And y'all, Bill.
Don't say y'all.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Don't say y'all. It's not my team.
But to your point where you say you're tired of seeing the Patriots, I understand that and I hear that. But it's like, we're gonna miss this one when he actually does retire.
Yeah, he's old. How long?
He said he's gonna play till he's 45. Is that actually gonna happen?
But is he gonna be GOAT level until he's 45?
He wasn't GOAT level this year. He had GOAT moments this year.
There we go.
So can he keep that?
I don't think he can.
How many more years ago?
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's talk about the Chiefs game.
Okay.
They barely won that game, and the deciding factor to me was like the last minute or whatever, and the guy lined up offside. It was the interception, third down. Chiefs had the ball back. That would have ended the game. Chiefs would have won. Offsides. Brady, they score, make a field goal, touchdown, either of that play. I think it was field goal. So honestly, in my opinion, he barely made it to the Super Bowl this year, based on those last 2 minutes of that game. So I don't think the Patriots should be in the Super Bowl right now. Not because of their lack of quality, not because of Tom Brady's, lack of GOAT or whatever you want to call it. It's just that, for me, was a deciding factor of that game.
I'm not mad at that. One thing, this isn't about that game, but the league rules in general. I hate how in overtime, Patrick Mahomes is able to touch the ball.
Same.
Like, he's going to be MVP this year. Mm-hmm. He could have. I wanted to see that matchup. He go toe for toe with Brady. That would have been. I don't know would it be an asterisk on Tom Brady's resume if he ever lost this game?
It would to me because Mahomes is a second-year player.
Yeah.
So
he only played like half of it.
Exactly. So yeah.
Last year.
Definitely. But since we're talking about deciding factors of the game, we can't talk about that without talking about the Saints and your team.
What you want me to say?
That was a deciding factor. It was obvious pass interference.
Yeah, it was. You guys get a debate out of
So, would the Saints have scored that drive? Maybe not. But
it's a high probability.
Exactly. So with the Rams, without that happening, being in the Super Bowl, you can argue. There were other.
They wouldn't have been. We on the same page on this. I can't help the Saints fans. I hope they just gotta wait until next year. But I'm not complaining. I slept well that night.
I don't think either one of these teams should be in the Super Bowl this year. The Rams have a great season. I'm not doubting the Rams, but that to me,
that makes the game nasty.
Yeah.
The thing I'm mad about that, Roger Goodell hasn't even came out.
Can't say anything. You know, there's a couple of fans that filed a lawsuit for like emotional distress stuff like that. I mean, we're obviously in law school. I don't think they're going to win on that, but yeah. I mean, people are mad at the refs saying that there should be some type of recourse for them and like the decisions that they made. So
I didn't know this, but apparently my homeboy told me this that referees get fined when they make miss calls.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So like throughout the season, they add about a missed call.
Mm-hmm.
Get them fined for that.
Yeah, I know they had to move them out of their hotel because fans like were.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean
That's crazy.
They were mad, but
no, but another good point that I wasn't even thinking about. My barber brought this up actually. How by the Saints losing, their players lost out on potential endorsement, $1 million endorsement opportunities for the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And not even necessarily like the high paid players, but even like lower tier players. Like they still make money off the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're potentially losing out on millions of dollars.
Yeah, I agree. So since we're on the subject of referees, let's talk about Sarah Thomas. Obviously the first female referee ever in the NFL.
Yeah.
She got a lot of backlash for it. A lot of, I guess, male viewers are like, oh, female, the NFL, like they're gonna blame her for every missed call, X, Y, Z. And I think she's in the Super Bowl. I'm wrong about that. But so how do you feel about having them?
That's incredible. Like we need to do more. We need more of that.
Yeah.
And dudes are trash. Like dudes are trash. Sometimes.
You making a real blanket statement right there.
There's a few good ones out there. There's a couple of us. But yeah, I think that's incredible. We need more of that. Same for the NBA. The coach, what's her name on the Spurs? Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
that's my team, so I should know.
Yeah, we need more of that. And she's doing the job. Like
yeah. I think it comes with, I don't know, men in sports and women's opinions. I mean, it's kind of weird. Like, even as a female, I've had discussions with guys in sports, and they're so quick to kind of be like,
oh, you watch
yeah,
that?
no, not even that. It's kind of like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know where it comes from, but I think that's where a lot of the,
our society is male-dominated, misogynistic.
Yeah.
So, the only way, and I'm not going to say it's going to change it, it's going to take time, decades, all of that. But we need more of that.
You got to start somewhere. All right, cool. So, we're going to transition here, but let's talk about 100 thing. Rams are winning. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. See me. If we do a Super Bowl party, you gonna see me, and I'm gonna wear. I might show up in a Sam. No, I'm not showing up in a Sam. He robbed our city. Sam Bradford robbed our city, so I'm not showing up.
All right. I want you. Like I said, I want the Rams to win. I just don't see them stopping Tom Brady. Again, I don't like them. That whole ball deep play situation. I don't like them.
But remember they had the Molly had him.
Yeah, I know. So that's another reason why I'm just like I can't support it. But I think the Patriots are going to win. I don't want them to. So I'm hoping your Rams can pull it out. But so let's talk about halftime. Obviously, Travis Scott performed with Maroon 5. Jay-Z reached out. Nick Cannon made a comment. T.I. made a comment. A lot of people, call him a sellout, and he actually, or somebody from his camp, or somebody affiliated with him, went to a couple of articles and said that he spoke to Kap beforehand, and it turned out that wasn't true. So, you feel like you can sell out? How do you feel about Travis in the Super Bowl?
Yeah. So apparently the story was he did speak to Kap, but originally the article came out and was like Kap gave him an okay.
Yeah.
And so Kap said that, we spoke, but now we didn't.
Kap's girlfriend came out and was like, he would sell, like, if you're not with us, you're against us, basically.
Which makes sense.
So you feel like he's a sellout?
Sell.
Because you got to talk about Jay turning down, Cardi turning down,
I'm disappointed in that. And would you expect that from Travis Scott?
Yeah, but let me tell you why. Because if you look at his fan base, and I'm not saying black people don't listen to Travis, but like if you go to his shows, it's predominantly, not.
That's valid.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like he knows his audience, so it's not gonna hurt his brand at all. I mean,
that's
valid. That. So,
But then on the same basis, I went to watch the throne, and that was majority white too.
It's Jay-Z though.
Yeah.
And that was before, Kanye was.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So I mean, Kanye is doing the same thing right now. But yeah. So I expected it.
You did
A little bit.
You think the Kardashians?
Yeah. I'm not gonna get it when you're trying to keep it on task here. I'm not gonna get into a Kardashian discussion, but yeah, I definitely think Kardashians have a big influence. Look at what happened to Lamar Odom, and it's just the Kardashian curse is real.
well, yeah, all of them. But anyway, back to Travis.
Yeah.
So, I think so. Sellout is that's a strong word to ask me if I think he's sellout. I am very disappointed in him.
Okay.
But then look who his brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Brother-in-law.
Exactly.
Kanye.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna say I did not expect that from him.
Yeah.
Just listening to his music, he just don't seem like he care about, or he seems. I'm not gonna say he seemed pro-black or anything, but he seemed like he was the outsider, like he was fighting the system.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
In a way, but so that's why this shocked me.
Yeah. So how do you feel about Gladys Knight? She's doing the national anthem. And she received backlash from
the NFL gotta get black people.
Yeah. So you're not mad at her for? Do you feel like it's if we're on this?
If we're watching, how can we be mad?
Exactly. I feel the exact same way.
But so we can't. Are they canceled or is that? That's.
I'm not a Travis Scott fan, so honestly, I don't care.
You're not raging in the.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not canceling Gladys Knight. Just because of her history. It's hard, but I'll tell you, I was surprised about Chloe and Haley, who are Beyonce's proteges, and they're performing. I forgot what song, but it's before the Super Bowl actually starts. So I was surprised about that, especially them with being Beyonce. So I don't know if they're gonna make a statement. I guess we'll find out. But
real quick back to Travis Scott. He was like they're donating $500,000.
Yeah, that was his contingency of doing the Super Bowl because you're not paid for like the Super Bowl. So,
but apparently they do that every year.
Oh, I didn't know that. But his I guess his thing was it was a charity of his choice. I don't know how that works, but to me that's not worth looking at when you see how the NFL treats their players, which we're talking about in a second as well. To me it wouldn't be worth it, especially when you have a lot of other artists who are kind of on the same page about this, let's support Kap kind of thing.
But the other thing too, ain't he like the third or fourth option? Didn't they try to get Cardi?
Yeah, Cardi turned.
I'd be offended.
But they needed a black person.
Yeah, they did. And so they was gonna keep going down that list.
Yeah,
but the farther you go down the list, I would be offended as an artist. You think I'm down here?
Yeah. So let's talk about the boycott NFL. How you feeling about it? Kap.
Nah, definitely. I don't. Where do I start?
So for me, I guess I'll kind of start off. For me, I've always felt, even before the Kap situation, weird about the NFL, especially after Will Smith was in concussion, how all these players end up with CTE. Aaron Hernandez, he had the worst case of his age. He's dead now. It's just LeBron made the comment about the slave mentality not too long ago, and I really truly feel like that's how they feel about these players. And so for me, it's hard as a black person when the NFL is majority black players to see how they're treated not only during their careers but the effects that it has on them long term. So I had already turned away from football for that reason, and to see the backlash about Kap, who's making he's arguing for black lives. So if most of your players are black, why aren't you on the same page as this? The NBA is, big on it. They have the whole rotation games. They get to wear the t-shirts before games. Like when LeBron had his shirts after, when maybe trade around and stuff like that. So I just
they did the hoodies.
Yeah. So it's just the way that they treated their players. I had always felt weird about it. I can't obviously say that I'm boycotting. Obviously, I'm talking about Super Bowl. Obviously, I'm going to watch it. But I think if we as a community could boycott it for a season, we would see a lot.
And you would see the impact.
Yeah.
But I agree wholeheartedly with everything you said. And then going back to Colin Kaepernick, this man literally put his livelihood on the line, like the way he makes money for his people, and that's
he has the own
incredible.
lawsuit.
Yeah, that's incredible. Thing I say, I hate like going online, reading the comments, talking about why is he going? Oh, I'd love to be $1 million slave. Remember those comments?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. What I love about player activists such as Colin, LeBron now, Serena Williams, like speaking out because they're not speaking for themselves. They're speaking for the people who don't have a voice, and that's the most impactful thing for that for me.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so let's talk about. We spoke a little bit before. Let's talk about your shoe of the week.
The what?
Your shoe of the week.
Oh, my shoe of the week. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I don't know if this is this is something I like play with in my head that I was thinking about getting with the Air Jordan 4 30th anniversaries. I was close. I was close to like pressing buy like a couple days ago, but my bank account was like, nah, bro, don't do that.
don't do it. So I was stuck. I was originally gonna go with the LeBron 16 quality. I just got onto LeBron's. I'm a big LeBron shoe fan now, like 15, 16. I love them. So I was gonna go with that, but I like the Nike HyperAdapt simulation shoes. I mean, I'd get them if they weren't $700. Yeah. Like get $300-$400. I'd probably pay them for some simulation shoes, but I think it just shows like where we're going as a society and the technology shift and things like that. So especially as someone who likes sneakers, I think it's a big change that's going on.
Have you always been Team Nike?
Yeah, I always think like
So the Yeezys didn't jump over the jump man.
No, I mean I don't like Kanye anyway, so I don't want Yeezys.
Do you think they're an attractive shoe?
Depends on which ones. His new ones I don't like at all.
Yeah,
Especially like he has like slides and stuff now. Like I don't Nike team like
I feel you. I've always been Nike. Had the 3s, 4s. I'm actually thinking about these. My favorite shoe of all time is the red 11s. Yeah, those are my favorite.
I can't say my favorite shoe of all time, but I'm gonna tell you a shoe that I really like right now, the Fear of God.
Oh
Yeah, he's like making a couple of new editions of it. So I mean, like the shoe again, but
I had a couple pieces of his collection from Pakistan, like Fear of God Pakistan collection. He was looking at me crazy. It's cool though.
No, the shoes are nice. The shoes are nice. So outside of that, we have a song of the week. So who you rocking for your song?
Cold World. Cole is back. We got why am I blanking on that? It was Middle Child.
He got a shout from Cardi the other day. He was like, it's the highlight of his week.
Have you heard it?
Yeah,
That song is incredible.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Like this Cole year. This
Cole,
because the critique with Cole has always been he's always worked with his own. Well, he's always produced his own work. You need to step out. And so you heard about that camp he did a couple of weeks ago. He was like inviting producers.
Yes.
So I'm excited. Man.
Yeah, for sure. Especially as a music person, I'm excited too. For me, I was originally going to rock with Future. Future just dropped not long ago. I was going to rock with something off of there. But I'm going to go with Cardi B and City Girls Twerk because the video is awesome.
27 million people watch.
Yeah, but so let's talk about Cardi got a lot of backlash. Well, it's not just Cardi, but the video in general from like feminist movement saying, basically how is this feminist and y'all out here like twerking and X, Y, Z, and Cardi kind of responded, I'm free as if you're going to argue feminist, that's me being a feminist by doing the things that I want to do without any restrictions. How do you feel about them kind of getting backlash and whatnot?
Her explanation is all right. So speaking from the outside looking in, I'm a male, so I can't like.
Being a male doesn't disqualify you from being a feminist.
You're right. But I understand Cardi's view. She's I think she's also proven herself.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a Cardi fan, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. So I feel like she was justified. She gave a response, but and she a grown ass woman. So she can, as she be putting the haters, she put all the haters to the side before him, say she don't write, so she can do it.
Yeah.
This instance too.
For sure. What about I don't know if you heard, but the Game dropped a song today.
I get it.
This is Kim K and Kanye. Basically, I'm not gonna repeat it, but he made some comments about oral that he received from her.
Yo,
You
he's
know,
doing that for like 2 years now. He went on some interview. I mean, some late night talk show. Like insinuated he's hooked up with all the Kardashians. That's nasty. No, but like the way you should move, like keep your, even if he did, like keep your discretions to yourself. Or not even, if you want to share them with your inner circle, I don't need to know. I'm the world. Don't share that with the world. And that man, and as disrespectful as one is a man, Kanye, to talk about that man's wife.
I didn't make the comment. He was like, I should, like, I mean, I don't remember the exact lyrics. He was like, Kanye's my guy.
Literally, that was my next point. Like, literally, you be shouting Kanye out in songs.
He literally in this song, he shot, like, right after he said it, he was like, Kanye's my boy or something. So,
nah, that's not. That's not how it works.
We gotta watch it this way.
Yeah, we gotta do 5 minutes. A good 5 minutes. We gotta roll the sleeves up, get around though.
Yeah.
But so, do you think? But the Game always does stuff around his release date to get some
publicity.
Yeah.
I mean, bad publicity.
Someone in PR. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So we, appreciate you coming on, having this conversation. We'll see what happens. No sweat. We'll see what happens. Super Bowl is a good game. Hopefully it goes overtime. Might do a part 2. Got a couple of other conversations coming up. We're definitely doing some stuff for All-Star. Kamala Harris, who's an alum of my alma mater, so definitely have a couple of discussions on that coming up. So, hope to see you back. And
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
Guess what?